wonderful. हमारी कोशिश आज यही है कि we can give you as much information as you require to start working in the UK as doctors. और उम्मीद है आप सब लोग ज्यादातर मेडिकल प्रोफेशन से होंगे और अगर आप लोग मेडिकल प्रोफेशन से नहीं भी हैं तब भी दिस इंफॉर्मेशन विल हेल्प यू एंड मे बी योर फ्रेंड्स एंड कलीग्स. तो लेट्स बिगिन. मैं आपके साथ मेरी कुछ स्लाइड्स शेयर करना चाहती हूँ. I hope you can see this. Welcome to Hive Medical Academy. We proudly call ourselves as your leader to a brilliant future. Why we do that? Because we are here to help you build your future more bright. हम हैं कौन? We are Hive Medical Academy. We are aimed to help Pakistani doctors in their career development in Pakistan and abroad as well. So we are official partners with one of the most renowned medical academies, award-winning in the UK. It's called All Indian British Medical Academy, who has been training doctors for their Plab exams for over 13 years. In these years, since 2013, so it's somewhat 9 years. So in these years, they have been they had included over 5,000 doctors in the system in the NHS. And we also are associated with the Aspire Plab Academy. So doctors who ever have ever thought of going to UK, they already know about these two academies. These are one of the uh, two of the very celebrated and respected medical institutions in the UK, and we are proudly their official partners in Pakistan. So let me introduce you with the core team of Hive Medical Academy. First of all, this is me. My name is Maria Mustafa. I am working in Hive Medical Academy as their country head. I've been working in corporate sector for as long as I can remember and have been doing a lot of projects in different industries like healthcare, education, engineering, IT, and so on. So we have Dr. Zubair Ahmed in our team. He is the strongest pillar of this team. He is founder and director of All Indian British Medical Academy, and he is the guru of Plab, if I may say. He has been training doctors for over 10 years, and he has been practicing in the UK for past 22 years. So he is the guy behind getting more than 5,000 doctors in the NHS system. So we will be talking to him in a little while, inshallah. And the second strongest pillar of this team is Ms. Maureen Mirza. She is everything a linguistic should be. She has been working with the Higher Education Commission and British Council. She has been training doctors in CPSP. She has she has been teaching students English in Pakistan and in abroad. She has this what do we call it, tamha of actually developing curriculum for English and for teacher trainings and for faculty development and so on. So she has a wonderful, wonderful portfolio, and we are so fortunate to have her in our team. And she also will be talking to you after a while, inshallah. This was our team, the core team. Actually, we have lots of people in our team otherwise. So why we are here? Since we have been talking that we are here to facilitate Pakistani doctors because when we say that one person has done their MBBS, they are planning to work and settle in the UK. There are so many questions they have. There are some prerequisites of getting into the PLAB examination. Then there are there are factors that you need to be eligible for practicing in the UK. So we are trying to walk you through the whole process, and we'll be here to help you and assist you with everything which is required to go to UK and practice as a doctor. So the ultimate goal here is get a job in the NHS. NHS is National Health Service of UK, and whoever doctors are here, deep down, we all want that we get in the UK and start working in their system and start to learn about the good healthcare standards, so we can, duplicate these standards in our own country, in our own localities, and everything. So, why do we actually think of getting a job in the UK? Do we have something extra in the NHS? Let me tell you these. There's so many benefits in getting the job in the UK. You will get loads of annual leaves. I think as an employee who has been working for over 15 years, I can actually vouch on the importance of annual leaves. So NHS gives you wonderful annual leave plan for their staff. Where once you are an NHS staff, it is easier for you to get living and housing options and getting the car. You have flexible working practice. I mean, it's not only about working hours, it's about the working breaks. You can have a break for your career for your study, for your other things. So they are very flexible in the working practices. You get your own apprentice, you get wonderful pension schemes, you get discounts on your groceries at times. And then NHS is also working with the working hard for balancing the work and home life of their employees. So improving working life is one of the objectives of NHS, and they are doing that in a very sufficient way. So in these cases, NHS is an employer of choice. And there is one more thing, that they also have lottery for their staff. It was a very funny thing, but it counts. So NHS has many benefits, but how to get it? Program. In foundation year program, there are 2 years of practice. In 1 year you get provisional registration, and in the second year of foundation year program, you get full registration from the GMC. Once you're done with your foundation year, you start working towards your specialty training, your CCT, completion, certificate of completion of training, which provides you the authority, which provides you with the award of becoming a consultant. So if you want to be a GP, it gets you a GP certificate in within 3 years. But if you want to become a specialty consultant, it usually gets you there in 7 to 9 years. So they have a very systematic plan where they have a very systematic way of getting you there. You are becoming, you are being trained on each and every step. There are different steps to become a consultant, and eventually you become a specialist consultant. So this is how the NHS works. But how to get into this system? That is the question. So, first of all, you have to be a medical graduate. This is one of the prerequisites. Then you have to pass your English exam. It could be either IELTS or OET. You have to pass Plab 1 exam. More about Plab 1 and Plab 2, Dr. Zubair will be inshallah talking about it. And about English, we will have Ms. Naurin Mirza to discuss. You'll have to pass Plab 2. After that, you actually need to get some clinical attachment and acquire GMC registration. And then you secure a job. So once you think you should do it, it's so systematic that it sounds so easy. But let me tell you, it's not as easy as it seems. You see, for every 10 people who are appearing for the exam, mostly four people, three, four people. On average, let me tell you, it's four. On average, four people are those who are attempting this exam second or third time, or fourth time maybe. And there are six people who are attempting this exam for the first time. All these figures are from GNC, and uh, for every 10 people who are appearing for this exam, only 6 to 7 pass. So there are, out of 10 people, 3 to 4 people fail the exam. There are several reasons of failing the exam. That includes a lack of proper information, because you all have heard of that story where some blind people are trying to describe elephant, and similar goes in this situation also, because everybody tells you their point of view. They tell you about how they got to know about this exam, what was their experience, but you don't get to know the whole picture of it. So we need to have a proper information. Sometimes that improper information, incomplete information leads to failing. Similar goes lack of time management, a lack of self-assessment. You don't self-assess. होता क्या है कि we subscribe for MCQs, and we keep on doing these MCQs like games, and we don't really get to discuss the answers, why those answers are not true, which the truer answer, what is the reason behind it, what is the logic. So we lack the self-assessment that actually aids us in getting fail in the exam. And there's so many other factors, including not having proper timelines. So what we do is we try to help you overcome all these issues, your interpersonal skills, your we try to help you with your nervousness when you sit in the exam, especially in Plab 2. We help you organize your Plab 1 preparation, what you need to do, how you need to do, when you need to do, all of it. So once you decide to go for Plab, there are so many questions that you have in your mind, and most questions are not directly relevant to your exam. For example, do you need an academy to prepare your exam for? Where do you get your study material from? If you're going for Plab 2, when to book your seat, how to book your ticket, where do you stay when you go to UK, and all other administrative, logistic, and management sort of questions, which are other than the questions of getting prepared for the exam. So what we are doing here is we are asking you to just focus on your studies and let us work out the rest. We have different packages where we provide you a complete timeline. One of these are where we give you all-inclusive medical registration plan, where you can actually um, start your English exam test to get a job within 10 to 11 months if everything goes right. So we establish a timeline for you, and we try to stick to this timeline so you can get to your ultimate goal within the lesser time, within the most, you know, uh, the most soon, the sooner you get to uh, your goal. So in this is the plan that we offer at Hive Medical Academy, and who can register with us. There are people who are fresh graduates. They can start with their English exam, IELTS, and OET, and we can get them through their tab and then their job. People who have already done IELTS or OET, they can also get registered with us. People who have already done Tab 1 and trying to get to prepare Tab 2, we will make an exception for you, so you can also join us. And people who have done Tab 2 and still looking for a job, we will try to help you get a job as well. So all of you can actually come and register with Hive Medical Academy. Our packages have everything that um, uh, you need for this journey. We prepare you, we coach you, we mentor you. Um, we get you the registration, whether it's EPIC or GMC. We pay your fee in one of our packages. We do your visa in one of the packages. We also pay for your air ticket and accommodation in one of the packages. Similar goes, we have different trainings to get you ready for the NHS. We have individual analysis to help you improve yourself. We do help you in the clinical attachment. We get you referrals so that we can ensure that you get a job. So I would request you all to please visit Hive Medical Academy's website. The website is here. You can see hivemedicalacademy.com, and you can get the whole picture about how many different packages we offer. And I will explain more things in the question and answer session later. And now I would really like to invite Ma'am Noreen Mirza to discuss the importance of English with you guys, and she will help you understand whether you should go for OET or IELTS, which one is better, because this is the question we get the most. So thank you so much for being a wonderful audience. I'll go to Miss Noreen Mirza, and I'll catch you up in the question answer session. Thank you so much.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you very much, Mariam. I hope I'm audible. Yes. Okay, thank you. So thank you very much. Mariam, can you play the slides or shall I do that?
Ma'am, please do. Go ahead.
Okay, so
you can share.
I'll need a second for that. Okay, so I also would be very interested to know who are we talking to. So do we have chat to understand who are we talking to?
Ma'am, apparently we have medical students and medical graduates. They have started writing. Thank you, everybody. It's wonderful thing. Please keep on introducing yourself. It'll be a
That will
wonderful
be
session.
great. That will be great. That will really be great. So can you see my slides? Yes.
No,
okay,
no,
so
not
my
yet, ma'am.
Okay, so thank you, Mariam, for the introduction that you gave. So my name is Noreen Mirza. I am working with Hive as the Director Training and Development English Language Programs. And I'm very excited to join this team of wonderful professionals. And our purpose and aim, basically, as you all know, has been shared by Mariam, is that we really want to help you all, help yourself, build your careers, and be successful tomorrow, inshallah. So I'll be basically talking about the role of English language and the tests of English language in the life of young doctors. So today, English is the lingua franca of medical international communication that we all know. It is an essential prerequisite for any medical career around the world. So English should be adopted in order to meet the specific academic and professional needs that the doctors have. Language is the tool that we use for communication, obviously, and language is power. It is a medium of expressing our views and ideas to another individual, and that really is a big part of the test that you take. Then communication, it's a skill. So if it is a skill, which means it can be learned, that is why we urge you all to join us so that you can learn better how to speak, listen, how to write and read better, so that you can pass your tests better with better grades, better bands. Speaking and listening, understanding non-verbal and verbal cues and all. So they're all part of the test that you need to take. The question is why IELTS or OET? So a bit of basic information for that. As you know, English is the third most spoken language in the world. About 379 million people worldwide speak English. So if you want to work, live, or study in an English-speaking country, these are the tests that you would require to take. It is also essential for job opportunities. So once you are in the system, but later on when you want to get your first job or improve your job, so it is integrated into the community. So IELTS is the most popular test for Australia, Canada, New Zealand, and the UK. It is globally recognized by more than 11,000 employers, universities, schools, immigration bodies, including about 3,400 institutions in the USA as well. So Mariam has just introduced you, and we will be our next speaker will be introducing you more about the Plab, the structure of the Plab 1 and Plab 2. So what first of all, if you're taking IELTS, so which IELTS test should you take? Because there are different kinds. So first of all, obviously you will be taking the IELTS academic and not the IELTS general training test. IELTS academic will contain topics which are suitable for anyone who's entering the university or a professional institutions and study at an undergraduate level or postgraduate anywhere in the world. Apply for student route visa, tier 4 at a university, work in an English speaking country for a professional organization. So you will not be obviously taking IELTS general test. I will not go into the details of that. So both the tests assess English language skills, which is in listening, reading, writing, and speaking. There is another test you must have heard, or some of you must have heard about, which is IELTS UK 4. So UK 6. So what is it about? The exact same test in terms of format, content, scoring, and level of difficulty. So I repeat myself that this test, which you have heard probably, and some may think that it is different, but there is no essential difference. The only difference is that IELTS from UK 6 test is approved by the UK Home Office for work, study, and immigration purposes. So similarly, IELTS is as well. Another question could be, how long are the tests valid? So IELTS and OET, the certificates are valid for about 2 years, still since the time that you take them. If you're taking the Plab test, your certificates must be valid on the day you sit for the Part 1, Plab Part 1 exam. So what is the proficiency level required? International English Language Testing Service, which is IELTS, a total score of 7.5 and at least 7 in each module. So there are 4 tests, as you know. So individually, if you at least take 7 and whatever, the total scoring should be 7.5. In the OET, at least a B grade in each module. So how will we do it at Hive? We have tried to really reach out to you and have planned procedures which are suitable to you. So we have international standard content with us. We have coaching online and in person as well. We have access to course material, one-on-one gap analysis by expert, usually myself, customized course design based on the individual needs. So even if we have a group, let's say, and if there are people who would have very specific needs, we are there to help you. We'll have mock test, exam, there'll be exam fee as well. There'll be support in terms of correspondence. The sessions can be flexible according to the need of the participants. There'll be discussion forums, WhatsApp groups. So we have tried various ways. We will try in future as well, because our purpose is really to help you. So we want to really see you succeed. That is what we really want to do. So if you have any more questions, we are here to answer them towards the end. Over to you, Mariam.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We have Dolores D. We call her D. Hi, D.
Yeah, yeah. Good morning. Good morning.
Good. Um, this is afternoon here. Dee has joined us from the UK. She is manager of Arlington British Medical Academy, and we would like to tell you that once you register with us, what facilities you will get in terms of getting prepared for the Plab. Over to you, Dolores.
Thank you so much. I'll just share my screen if that's okay. Okay, can you see that, Miriam?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much. So I will start. We are ABMA Academy, and this is an introduction to our academy. And I will just take you through a few slides that you can, so just bear with me 1 second. Sorry, it's not working my screen, but I can take you through them anyway. You can see it okay, can you? Okay. So this is me. My name is Dee Ratcliffe, as you said. I'm the business manager for the ABMA Academy, and I'm also a fellow of the Institute of Admin Managers. I have a long history with the Academy, as I'll tell you later. I'm a founder member, and we started the Academy in 2013. I will tell you more about that shortly. This is Dr. Zuber Ahmed, who will be speaking after me. He's a GP partner at Royton. He has a big practice in Royton in the UK. He's also a trainer. He's an FY2 supervisor. He's a tutor for 4th and final year medical students. He's a director, the medical director of our academy, and he's also a GP appraiser. So he has fantastic credentials and the kind of doctor friend that you will need on your journey to the UK. So we're very grateful to Dr. Ahmed for giving his time this morning. So about our academy. So as we say, the academy wasn't in this building originally, but we formed the academy in 2013, and then we moved to Union Street in Oldham. I'll show you a few pictures. So the top picture is what is our lecture room. You can see the students studying. The next picture is one of our practice halls. You can see some of the students practicing. We have, we're very fortunate in the academy to have a sin man. Now, there's not many sin mans in the UK because they're very, very expensive to buy, but we're lucky that Dr. Hammer's purchased this for you. It's a fantastic piece of equipment, and you will get training on the sin man. The bottom picture shows you our lecture rooms. There's lecture going on there. And then this picture is some of the mannequins that we have available. So our academy is an award-winning academy, we're known, we have a good reputation in the UK for delivering all sorts of courses, and it was originally established for doctors, by doctors, so it has good credentials. So our next one, just bear with me. So what do we offer? We offer primary care CPD events, which are which we have consultants speaking to and conferences. The UK Royal College exam prep. We do the MRCP, MRCOG, MRCS, and MRCGP. We do the Plab courses, UK licenses, Plab 1 and 2. Clinical skill courses, safeguarding, clinical governance, BLS. Communication skill course, GPs, IMG, and nurses, and the nurses CTB courses. So we have a fantastic range of courses that we offer. ABMA, these are our associates, and of course, Hive is number 1 on our list. We work closely with Hive. So, and then you can see a few of our partners there, Pakistan, Middle East, Poland, Philippines. So we are worldwide. And this is a picture of the front entrance of our academy. I just thought I'd share this with you. You can see a balcony here. So the history of the building is that it was built in 1913, which is a long, long time ago. And it was the headquarters of the UK government's Conservative Party headquarters. And the Prime Minister, Winston Churchill, was based here. And he used to stand on this balcony and deliver his speeches to the people of Oldham and as his constituents. So our building has a long history, and it's what we call a listed building. So we have to make sure it's maintained, and it's considered a landmark in the UK, in the Oldham area. Next slide. So Plab 2 course highlights. This is the highlights that we have. Down here you can see me. I do a welcome speech to all our IMG students that come, and you can see the courses going on in this picture. So what does it involve? So we've got a 12-day intensive course. The course covers all aspects of Plab 2 for the GMC. We focus on communication and interpersonal skills. We have up-to-date UK guidelines and protocols. We include 2 mock interviews with individual feedback, comprehensive study materials, notes, and we're equipped with all modern facilities. As I said before, we have mannequins, other practical teaching, a brand new sim man. He's my favourite. He does everything that I tell him at the press of a button. So what more could I ask for? We have brand new spacious premises, our own accommodation near the course venue, and a dedicated WhatsApp group for discussion. So our classroom facilities are 100+ capacity, as you can see from there. You know, it's fully attended. We have the cameras, we have the lights, it's air conditioned, and really a comfortable place for you to learn with your peers. So the practice areas, I give you a quick snapshot before. So these are the mannequins that we have. These are some students training. These 2 guys decided to practice on each other, which is fine. And they diagnosed this guy was having a heart attack. So it's good to train with your peers. This is one of our practice rooms. And this is a group of students who are saying hello to you. I understand it's afternoon where you are, but still morning where we are. And the Sinman training, as you can see, this is the Sinman. It comes up on the computer, all the readings that you will need, and you will be able to practice on the Sinman and work with your colleagues. Mock rooms. We have 12 mock interview rooms. They're kitted out, especially as they would be at the GMC, where it's a one-to-one basis. And we have professional actors to sit with you to go through your mock exam. And of course, they're English-speaking actors so that you can get the best from these mock interview rooms. So everything there is provided to the best possible standard. So our academy, we have a little tiny canteen, and we also have little dining facilities for you. There's plenty of restaurants near the academy, so you don't have to eat inside if you choose something different. We have a designated prayer room with prayer mats, washing facilities. So this is designed to bring you every comfort that you would need. Our accommodation, we have 45+ rooms. It's about 2 to 20 minutes walk from the academy. We have single rooms with shared facilities, single rooms with a private bathroom. We have shared rooms, we have a studio flat. We have female-only accommodation and all facilities including cooking, microwave, kettle, washer, and dryer. I have received an email this morning to ask if we have servants that we can provide to the students. I'm really sorry, we don't have students. The whole aim of our accommodation and academy is to help you with independence when you come to work in the UK. if you've not used the washing machine, kettle, we're here. We will help you. We will show you how to do it. But unfortunately, we can't provide servants for you. So that is the answer to the question that I received this morning. Our accommodation, again, some of the buildings are what we call a listed building, which means we're not allowed to change the front of the building, but we can make changes inside. As you can see, we have single beds, fitted kitchens. This is one of the bathrooms. So we try to make the accommodation as affordable as we can, but giving you a clean, safe environment. Post-Plab support services that we offer. So we would do, we're working with the hospitals at the moment to bring the clinical observership program. It was it's been delayed because the pandemic and the hospitals are catching up with the backlog, but they're now online again. But we have GP surgeries as well. So we can go forward with that. The communication skills course, NHS induction course, career guidance course, interview preparation, CV writing, NHS profile, clinical governance course, basic life support. We give you UK referee letter, job guidance and support, and a certificate of vaccination needed for the NHS. So this is all included in your post-Plab support package for IMGs. And that brings me to the end of my little presentation. I hope that it's give you a snapshot of what we offer at ABMA. Please, any questions or anything that you can think of after the presentation, if you send it to Miriam, she will send it on to us and we'll be delighted to answer any questions you've got. So thank you, Miriam, and I'll hand it back to you for Dr. Ahmed's speech.
Thank you so much, Dee. It has been very helpful. Dee here told us all the good, amazing services that we will get once you start preparing for your Plab with us. And now we have Dr. Zubair Ahmed Saab with us. He will tell you all about Plab, what Plab is, what is the structure, and how Hive Medical Academy in partnership with ABMA will help you with Plab. Over to you, Dr. Zubair Saab.
Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum, everyone, and a very warm welcome once again from the UK, from ABM Academy. I'm very humbled and feel privileged to be able to be invited in this webinar and then be able to talk to you this morning. Now then, look, I am conscious for the time. Dee Ratcliffe has kindly given you some flavor of our academy, who we are. Those who are actually here in this webinar, I'm sure you must have done your kind of a research and the fact finding with regards to the basic of Plab. So I don't want to go into more details of the part one, part two. What I want to do is to spend this time in talking to you directly, and then see what queries do you have. There is a full sponsorship program. You have now got some idea that we run a UK-based medical academy, which is well established and has a very proven track record of helping all the medical graduates outside the UK, if they are coming to UK, to do the Plab test and find the job in the UK. We have started a full sponsorship program nearly 3 years ago with our partners in 9 different countries. Our Pakistan partners are Hive Medical Academy, who have very kindly organized this webinar for you. So it is essentially a program where we take care of everything from the day one. You have decided that this is the route you want to take, and you now are 100% sure that you want to go to UK. The pass rate in the first time round for all the exams is over 90%. Currently, in the past, since we started Plab, we have helped more than 6,000 doctors who went through our doors and then successfully built their career in the UK. There are more than 300 doctors currently in the pipeline with the full sponsorship program from various parts of the world. Majority of them are from India. Quite a few of them are from Pakistan and Middle East, Nigeria, and as far as Malaysia. So we have been working with various partners. The whole idea of this webinar is to give you a insight of what is available for you, which nobody is doing at the moment, none of the academies in the UK. And to remove any queries you have. Obviously, we have our partners in Pakistan who will be available for further guidance and counseling to you. So what I'd like to do is, because we have got another 15 minutes left, I would like to open this. We can do a presentation, but there is no point, in my opinion, because you will get all the information from our colleagues at Hive. I would like to open this whole forum for a question and answer. You can talk to me directly. Just unmute yourself or write on the chat box.
If you have any question, please raise hands. What I'll do is I'll ask you to unmute and ask your question. In the meanwhile, Dr. Saab, we have some questions जो आपसे पूछे जा सकते हैं from the chat. Chat में कुछ लोगों ने कुछ सवाल लिखे हैं. सबसे पहले तो थोड़ा सा ये लोग जानना चाहते हैं कि जब आप आइल्स का एग्जाम देते हैं, when you are done with your IELTS, तो क्या आइल्स की वैलिडिटी जरूरी है for Plab 2?
जी, प्लैब 2, प्लैब 1 के लिए जो ना विदाउट IELTS आपको प्लैब 1 की डेट्स नहीं मिलेंगी. IELTS इज वैलिड फॉर 2 years. I don't know whether you guys can hear me.
Dr. Zubair, can you hear me?
I don't know, something happened. The screen froze. My apologies. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, right. So the short answer to that question is IELTS is valid for 2 years, and you need IELTS validity to take the Plab. But not for Plab 2. And then people usually clear the Plab within 2 years anyway, taking the Plab. If you can somebody confirm that they can hear?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay, let me just take some questions on the chat box. Plab conducted is only in the UK. Yes, somebody answered that already. Yes, Plab 2 is not offered in anywhere else. It's in UK and only in the UK, in Manchester only. Plab 1 has various centers. All research courses should complete the. Okay, you have already answered that. Elective in the UK, Mahrouk, she asked elective in the UK during med school count. Yes, any clinical experience, especially if it is in the UK, will help you in finding the job. It won't count towards your Plab, but Plab test has a different type of strategy and different types of preparation model. But when you start applying for the job here, after passing the Plab and getting the GMC registration, then anything you've done in the UK will be of benefit. What kind of clinical attachment do we get after Plab 2? So these are the honorary clinical attachments where you will be attached to a supervisor or a consultant. And then minimum is 1 week, maximum is 4 to 6 weeks. You can get it in general practice, and you can also get it in the hospital. Acceptance rate for IMG who wants to pursue surgery in the UK. See, the job situation is pretty good at the moment. So some are, you can find it easier than others, but there is no kind of it's not that impossible. Surgery is also, lots of people, they get surgery. BLS, ALS necessary? No. For Plab, which one is the better? I would usually recommend OET, but IELTS UKVI is equally good. You know, it's your individual choice. It also depends that what type of coaching is available in your area. If they are teaching only IELTS in your area and that is good, then go for it. If
Can I,
OET
Dr.
is
Zubair,
available,
can I add a comment here?
yes, of course. I think I think I'm not the right person
No,
to
no, no, of
answer this
course.
because I don't actually deal with the OET and IELTS type of issues. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, sure, Dr. Zubair. Thank you very much for your input. So for the information of all the participants, like Dr. Zubair said, I would say that OET is better in terms of that the difference between the IELTS and the IELTS academic, that is, and OET is that the content generally, like I said in my presentation, is generally the same. But what happens is that in the OET, the content is related to the medical field. Like, for example, the reading exercise or reading content or the listening or the speaking content, whatever is required to be done, is more is attuned towards the profession of medicine. So some people feel that in that respect, OET is better because they're more familiar with this kind of language and this kind of text, and they can manage it better. So in that way, I would say that. What else is somebody saying? Is BLS course needed for GMC registration, Dr. Zubair?
No. All you need for GMC registration is the Plab 2 pass. ALS, BLS, they're all handy for increase the weightage in your CV to get the job or to apply for the specialist training route, residency, and so on. Yeah, if you are in medical school and you want to, somebody asks whether you want to engage in research and audit, all these activities, they carry weight, and therefore it would be good in your CV if you've done something like that when it's time that you apply for the job. Although as I said that unlike USMLE, Plab and the founding the residency or job does not depend on what is the percentage of your pass rate in Plab and how much did you score. Majority of the consultants or majority of the hospitals, if they're looking for in your CV some experience, clinical or non-clinical, back home, but majority of them are looking for UK-based clinical experience. So what I tend to tell, because as you can see that I have been observing Plab routes and the changes through GMC and various for the last 27 years. So what I tell to my students who are preparing for Plab is you have to have a short goals. You can't start thinking about, but you are thinking about that, okay, you are in final year or fourth year or even doing internship. You cannot start thinking that, yes, you want to be a cardiothoracic surgeon in the UK. You have to have a short goal, and that short goal would be, take a decision that this is what you want to do, that after finishing my graduation, I want to actually then focus on Plab test and go to UK to build my career there. When you have decided that, then you have to just have one focus, and that is to get the IELTS out of the way and pass Plab 1. Once you've done pass Plab 1, then you start focusing on pass Plab 2. During that transition period between 1 and 2, then people like us or our colleagues at Hive Medical Academy will hold your hand. Well, they'll hold your hand from the day one anyway, but they will tell you what is good for your CV, what is going to work for you. Things start changing. So this is not the right uh, approach of start worrying about that. Am I going to get surgery? Am I going to get obs and gynae? Of course, you're going to get all these things if you have that kind of a aim and focused attitude and focused approach. And then when you come to UK, you will come across because your horizon changes. While in your medical school, maybe 4 or 5 or 10 people are preparing. When you come here, because Plab 2, you have to come to UK. You're going to see 500 students. And then you start thinking about it. Oh, this is what is happening. This is what I need. And you have time. And you have someone who is going to coach you, who is going to provide you all this. So you pass your exam very quickly because you have that kind of a guidance and training and course content. You know that we have excellent academy, excellent pass rate. You just Google us and then you will see the tutors who are teaching the Plab Part 2 and Plab Part 1. We will be coming to Pakistan in Lahore and Islamabad in November to do Part 1 and Part 1 course face to face. So this is the first course in Pakistan after COVID. We've just completed one course in India. The team is going again, all the faculty here. So Hive, we are doing it with Hive, so they will give you more details about it. So the courses will be organized in Pakistan, Malaysia, and Dubai. So what I'm trying to say is just make your mind up. This is the golden opportunity for all of you. If you have thought about Plab, to actually start focusing on it because it is within your reach. It is within your grasp.
Dr. Zubair, sorry, Ji, there's Dr. Muhammad Ali Tahir who's raised his hand and wants to ask a question. Could you unmute yourself, please, and ask the question?
Yes, hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Muhammad.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So I wanted to ask about OET scores. I have read somewhere that while getting into FY2 training in a standalone course, so you have to have scores B plus in all the 4 sections of the OET to get into the training. Is it true or not?
No, it's OET has got nothing to do with FY2 standalone course. I'm glad that you've already done some research. So you know, I'm very proud of you that you're already thinking ahead.
Thank you.
So OET has got nothing to do with getting the job or FY2 post for that sake. OET is only required until you pass the Plab and get the GMC registration. That's it.
Okay, thank you.
Any other question?
Well, somebody has asked a question in the chat. Can you please guide us regarding the residencies in UK?
What can we do during our house job to so house job is the right time to then I think depend upon the group. If you are in final year, start preparing for part 1 and clear your OET. In your during house job, you focus on part 1 and then try to get the part 1 out of the way. If you have done house job in back home in Pakistan, then it becomes easier to get the job rather than you can do house job here also. For Plab, you don't need house jobs. You can apply as soon as you pass your final year. During your house job, it would be good in your CV if you've done some kind of a Mahrouchi alluded on doing some research or audit, so some kind of a non-clinical activities, plus some other kind of, you don't have to have a publications or in a journal and all that. That's kind of a, because that time you just focus on preparation, but something like a testimonial from your consultant about a case study which you discussed with him or presented, or a procedure you did. Say, for example, just minor things like you help in putting the chest drain in, or somebody washed you in putting the catheter. This is, or IV line even. So because you are starting as an FY, you will be almost certainly after Plab applying for a standalone FY2 job rather than going to straight away specialist training route. Some people can get it, but FY2 jobs standalone is what people they usually take. So all those activities, if you have, then they will help in the residency program. Yeah. And especially if you want to say, for example, somebody asked about surgery. If you want to go through the surgical route, then do something which will help in getting the surgical job.
Sir, we
Okay.
have a question from Muhammad Sami. So, Muhammad, can you unmute?
Yeah, I'm unmuted. Assalamu alaikum, Dr. Zubair.
Walaikum assalam.
Dr. Zubair, I would like to ask, it's kind of like not a conventional question, but I have my Plab 1 due in May 23.
Okay,
But
okay.
my OET would expire by December 23. So would that cause a hindrance?
So if you've done OET and then got the date for Plab 1, just do the Plab, focus on Plab, and then clear it up. The
Okay.
OET will not cause any hindrance if you can get the Plab 2 dates before it runs out.
Okay.
Even if it runs out and you get the Plab date and pass the Plab date later on, then you'll have to write to GMC.
Okay.
So the GMC stipulates that you have to have passed the Plab 2 within 2 years of the OET.
Okay.
They may ask you if you pass the Plab 2 after the OET dates 2 years elapsed, they may ask you to retake the exam, the OET,
Okay.
not the Plab.
Okay. Okay.
But
So thank you so much.
majority, some people, because of the time they have taken from OET to pass the Plab 2, sometimes it goes beyond 2 years, but very rarely, not always. Main problem at the moment is the dates of Plab 1 are not getting so quickly.
Yeah,
That's
that
why.
was the issue. That was the issue that which caused a huge gap, because it was about January to December 21 when I took my OET, and due to the different circumstances COVID created and the lack of Lab 1 seats, it caused a time lag, what you might say.
Did,
Yeah.
Dr. Zubair, there is another very critical question. Maham Bilal is asking, should we give Plab 1 after final year or during house job?
You can't take Plab 1 before you passed final year anyway. So it has to be during your house job.
And then there's somebody else who's asking, Abira is saying, how do low grades or failing any module during your med school affect your chances of being selected for jobs?
It doesn't affect at all.
It doesn't affect at all. UKMLA will be implemented from early 2024. Is that going to change things? Very typical question.
It's very good question as well, especially somebody who is in the final year and things. And look, UKMLA, we haven't got much information, and whether it would be in 2024 is very unlikely. It may be later on. The format is very unlikely to change. But as I say, I am unable to give more details because not much details are there on the GMC website, so I can't answer this question. But I would have thought that it won't be too, because there is an influx of within the last 3 years, where in 2018, just before COVID, 2019, there were like 4,000 doctors coming to UK to take Plab. This year it will be 15,000. That is the situation at the moment.
Wow.
So, and I haven't seen in my 25 years of career working in the NHS and being an educator that anybody who passed the Plab test went back home because he couldn't get the job. Everybody gets a job.
That's very reassuring.
And
Yes.
the thing is, once you pass the Plab, you start earning. So you're not
Hmm.
dependent on your parents or family to support yourself while you're in the UK, because as your jobs, all the postgraduate residency programs are well-paid job. I wish I could show you this slide. Your job you pay at FY2 level, they start from £30,000 per year, which is enough for you to support you, yourself, and your family, maintain an apartment, a car, and everything else. And there are other perks as well, where you get the visa for your family. If you have children or later on going to have children, then education, health, all that free.
Hmm.
So while you're working, and then so you are actually in a very different type of system, and the situation is quite favorable for all the, in what we call it, IMG. You must have heard this word, IMG. IMG stands for International Medical Graduates.
Hmm.
Graduates who are not graduated from UK, they're outside. Now, because of the Brexit, not many European doctors are working in the UK. So the war in Ukraine and all that further has made problem more complex.
Hmm.
Therefore, in the next 5 years, they're going to need doctors, and the majority of the doctors are coming from India and Pakistan. Then some doctors are trickling from Bangladesh, Middle East, and North Africa, Nigeria, and all that. But majority from Pakistan, so many doctors are coming. You have a chance.
Hmm.
So I want you to seriously think about it. And now the reason is that not only there is a good chance, but you have people like Hive Medical Academy who are working with the UK-based companies, UK-based independent training providers who have a track record.
Dr. Zubair, there's yet another question. It says, this is by the same person Abira was asked before. You said that you can do your house job in the UK, but we don't get a permanent license before completing our house job in Pakistan. So how can we do that? We can only get temporary license for the house job here.
So after passing Plab, you could apply for foundation program, which is your house job. Okay. Once you get GMC registration, it would not matter your park registration. No, the GMC requires pass. You have to have a result of your Plab part 2. That's all GMC requires. Jobs is totally independent. Applying for foundation year is independent also. GMC may require a certificate of good standing from your either university or from, if you are registered with Pakistani Medical Council, then from them.
Right. Is there any other questions? I can still see hands raised by Dr. Ali Tahir and Samail. If there's the earlier questions, could you just put that down? Or if you have any more questions?
Yes, I have a question.
Please do.
I wanted to ask regarding the letters of recommendation that we get from the consultant here in Pakistan. Do they have any value
Yes,
while
they
applying?
do. Yes, yeah. Every job will require a referee. They would need 2 referees. So if you can't get a referee from UK, majority of the jobs, they prefer a UK-based referee, which you can get through clinical attachments. But if you don't have that UK-based referee, then they would require a reference from your consultant back home. It's mandatory, actually. Reference is mandatory.
Okay, thank you.
Well, I don't see any more questions, but let me ask once again, if anyone of you still has a query or a question, we're still here.
Assalamu alaikum.
Ji,
Can
Amia.
you hear me?
Walaikum salam.
Okay, so I would, I'm repeating this question, but I'm still a little confused. Basically, in the, I have passed my IELTS last year. It's valid for 2 years now. So next year, August, it expires. So I give my Plab 1 this year, November. So IELTS is required for Plab 1. Then after that, there are 2 milestones in which I'm confused, the GMC registration and the Plab 2. If my IELTS is not valid by that point, what would happen?
Yeah, quite valid concern. But first of all, good luck for your exam in part one. Inshallah, you will pass.
Thank you so much.
You will still have time if it's to apply straight away as soon as you get your results. November exam, you'll get a result in December or late November, and you apply the time it is taking to apply for Plab Part 2. Now,
Hmm.
because of the number of candidates applying for Plab Part 2, I don't know whether you know, Part 2 exam is being conducted every day in the
Okay.
UK.
Okay.
Every day.
Mhm.
Every day there are 56 seats and places for Plab Part 2. So they are doing it Monday to Friday and then sometimes Saturday. That's what I've heard. So it's you should be able to get Plab Part 2 dates within 3 months, where you have to come and then start preparing. You have to join the academy. You have to join the course. We we are proud and we pride ourselves in providing the course before they come to the UK. We will give you access to our course online as soon as you have done the Plab Part 1. So then
Okay.
you're not wasting your time. So you know what is Plab Part 2. But don't think about Plab Part 2 until you have taken Plab Part 1. You don't
Okay.
need to think about it yet. So as soon as you pass Plab Part 1, you have to join Academy. Obviously, we are there and we'll give you 12-day access online. So you know, we'll send you the booklet and then we'll arrange you to come over to UK to stay with us. You will get a visa for 6 months. Within that time, you will get the Plab Part 2 out and hopefully get the GMC registration.
Thank you so much.
Great.
Okay,
There's
no.
yet one more question. Should we work with NGOs in our universities in Pakistan? Does it matter?
It does, yeah. I think the any NGO or voluntary work is kind of gives a flavor of your personality, and that's what they're looking for overall.
Sure.
Kind of this doctor has done some charity work. If there is a certificate or something like that, it has some value.
Okay, that's a very good information. I cannot see any more questions, but a couple of thank yous. Thank you, my dears, all of you, to be here, and we try and provide you opportunities where we can answer your questions and help you to the best of our abilities. So I don't think there are any more questions. So I think that we can probably call it a
Yeah,
day.
no. I just wanted to ask one question. Are these
Sure.
students who have joined today, are they from same medical college?
Many doctors, where they are from random colleges, different colleges, not
From
colleges.
different colleges.
They're all over from Pakistan. So we are
Okay.
talking to many different people.
All right. Okay. Okay. No, thank you. My message to all of you is this: you have to then take a decision, and the sooner you take the decision, the sooner you will start focusing on your goals.
Sure.
B, you have a wonderful opportunity, and this is not a sales pitch or marketing pitch. Believe me, I am an educator. I am academic. What is going on behind the scene is kind of a yes, it's going on well, but least my concern. All I'm doing is because I followed the same path. I want to give something back to our children. So this is what it is. This is the best time really for you to start thinking about it. And there is an opportunity which was never there, that there is a start to finish end-to-end guidance program there for you, which was never there, because you gather, and because of the social media, various Facebook and all kind of groups, I am seeing people getting wrong information and wasting their time. You need to talk to someone who knows about it so that you just do not waste your time. So many things available online. You Google Plab Part 1 material, you come up with all sorts of things, and the majority of it is wrong or outdated. So you want something which is really, really what is happening now, and somebody knows about it. And I wish you all good luck. You are the future of us. You know, you are our future. Think about very carefully and seriously. That's all.
Okay. Mariam, over to you for closing. Mariam, we can't hear you. Can you unmute your mic?
Okay. Actually, I'm sitting in a very remote place, or signals का थोड़ा सा issue वहाँ पर आ रहा था. Thank you, everybody. I hope this session was informative for you. और आप लोगों को बहुत सारे अपने सवालों के जवाब मिले होंगे. For any other question, you can always write to us at info@Hive Medical Academy. आपके साथ ये information share हो चुकी है. This session will be uploaded on YouTube as well. ताकि if some of you have missed some questions, तो आप लोग जो है वो दोबारा इसको सुन सके. My warmest gratitude to Dr. Zubair Ahmed and Ji for joining us from the UK, and Ms. Noreen Mirza for leading the show. Thank you so very much. Thank you, everybody. We will call this an end. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you. Good luck, everybody.
Yeah, good luck, everyone. Thank you.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.